this game, and I think they have to be happy with the result.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a second down. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go!
On the counter, here's McCoy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. This is caught. Watkins. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
He may have had some off-season foot surgery, but hasn't prevented Sammy Watkins from being Sammy Watkins, and that's special.
And when we see him before the game running the route tree, it looked like the same Sammy Watkins to me that we saw a year ago.
Yeah, and I think he's going to just keep getting better and better. I love his explosiveness off the line of scrimmage as he starts his routes.
Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Ohio!
Taylor will throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it into Watkins, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
Many doubted Eric Weddle coming out of college, but they don't anymore. One of the best, most versatile safeties in the league.
2nd down, goal to go from the 6. Now McCoy. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And it's up and good. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Penalty marker is down here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Uh-oh, Charles, now you get to talk about your old spot, the secondary. Very key here in this one.
Yeah, you have to cut me off because, you know, I'll talk about them all game long. Love to see those guys match up and challenge the best wide receivers.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3, 3, 3, 3. Under. Set. Move. 45. Over. Move. 45.
They go play action here on first down. And Steve Smith hauls it in. Steve Smith all by his lonesome. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Steve Smith, 68 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he puts it through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So 2nd and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So McCoy adding to his yardage total in this one. Last year, 895 yards in his first season in Buffalo. Of course, he had Charles 4,000-yard years in Philadelphia.
And you know the man they call Shady wants to throw some shade at the Eagles for ever letting him go. He wants a big year in 2016.
On first down, it's Taylor. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go! Ohio!
On second down, Taylor. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Shift together here from the D-line. They go back to the ground with McCoy. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I'm often struck when I watch LaShawn McCoy play, how often you just watch him, and you can almost get mesmerized by his style, and then, boom, there's another 20-plus-yard run. It's amazing how he pulls it off.
Yeah, his former second-round pick out of Pittsburgh, still doing it in the league at a very, very high level. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go! Let's round! Let's round! Let's round! Let's round! Here we go!
On first and 10, it's Taylor. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Second and 10 now, it's Taylor. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
On third down, Taylor. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
He got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Play action. Flacco. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The rookie from Clemson, Shaq Lawson, in there to drop his man and pick up his first career sack in his first career game.
Third and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. 3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And here's a very low-line drive. Almost whiffed on it. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. And he finds his tight end, Chris Gregg. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They'll go again to McCoy. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
They'll sneak it with Taylor. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We're back to Baltimore after this. Fresh set of downs here. This time Taylor will throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something.